Today I am reacting to my camera roll. 2024 has been such a wild year, so many awesome memories, but sometimes I can get so focused on getting stuff done that I tend to forget exactly how much I accomplished over the last year. This idea actually came from talking to a friend. I was just going to my camera roll, I was like, oh yeah, this was cool, and then the next thing was like, oh yeah, this was also cool a week later, and then like I totally forgot that this was in 2024 and so forth. I haven't really seen any videos in this format before on YouTube. I haven't really that hard, so if someone else kind of came up with that concept, that's awesome. I really just kind of wanted to share this just for myself, even to kind of create a log of, hey, this is what happened in 2024, and then to kind of 10x it in 2025. It's just a really good way for me to remember and just be thankful for everything that has happened in this year and kind of share it with you guys. So it might be a long video, so get some popcorn, grab a seat, and just kind of enjoy it. Feel free to skip around. I'm gonna leave bookmarks at the bottom of the video from every month, and then we'll kind of just go through it together. So let me know what you think of this concept. So this year, my brother actually graduated from college, and I got him a little gift, and it was, my sister actually picked up this RB19 Formula One car, and I bought him and myself a ticket to the Miami Grand Prix. We're kind of into like cars and stuff. He's definitely more into it than I am, but Formula One has always been kind of something that fascinated me. I'm not like a super fan or anything, but it was just fun to go out with my brother to celebrate his birthday or celebrate the graduation, and go out to Miami. So I took the tickets, taped it to the bottom of the Formula One car. We went out to dinner, and this was, I think this is the...
Nice.
You got a car? What is it?
Oh. Nice. Well, I guess I'm going to Miami.
I guess I'm going to Miami, he said, and that's exactly what we did. We got a flight, went out to Miami, and we went to the Formula One Grand Prix. There was some cool, these sounded insane. The GT3s, super fun. Then we got to see him kind of working on them afterwards, putting them all back together. They kind of bumped into each other surprising amount. It was at the Crypto Arena in Miami, but it was an awesome experience. I brought my camera in, and one of the things we weren't sure about is that there's kind of a strict policy on bringing professional camera equipment in, and so I really wanted to get some cool shots of Formula One. I didn't think I'd ever end up going to a Formula One race, and so I got a 70-200 with a 2x teleconverter on it. So it was 140 to 400 millimeter lens that I was basically rocking on the FX3, but I was kind of scared that we wouldn't get it through security, and they had a pretty strict clear bag policy. So I don't know if I have pictures of it, but I took it apart and I gave my brother so I just chucked the lens into my bag with a battery, and then I gave my brother the camera body for it, and it felt like we accomplished a heist or something. The security was kind of looking at it a little strange, but it was, kind of looked like a telescope, binocular, whatever I could explain to them. And then the FX3 body could just be, just a consumer camera or whatever. But we ended up getting through to it, and then I got some pretty cool shots of Formula One. Obviously, the marshals were there, and we saw the Romanian flag or the Chad flag. I don't know, but I want to think it's the Romanian flag. I'm Romanian. We did a lot of shenanigans while we were in Miami, but when in Miami, right? So we went to a coffee shop, and I had to get some work done, so they left me there. They went to walk around, and obviously very trendy place. They also roasted coffee beans. I like these cards that they had. Super cool. We're actually in the process of opening up a coffee shop in the church, and so I love going to coffee shops, testing all their coffee and seeing how they present stuff. But this little card explained a little bit of the tasting notes of the espresso that they did, so that was pretty neat. But basically, I'm at the coffee shop working. My brother comes in, he's like, Ben, I got a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for you. Do you want to get into a Formula One car? And I was like, okay, all right, let's do it. And so we walked down literally around the corner, and there was this, like, I don't know, event that had happened during the Formula One race. This was the day after, or a few days after. And they had been tearing out or loading out of this place, and there was just a Formula One car that was kind of just sitting there. And I thought, okay, well, it looks like this was some kind of event, whatever, and it was a display piece. I thought it was a fake car. I thought it was just brought there for, just to have something from Red Bull to be shown around, and so people could take a look at it. So what we did is just as anyone else would do. I took the opportunity, and there's no one basically standing around. There's no poles, nothing around it. So I just took my chance and hopped into it and took a picture. I took some videos of me in the Formula One car. The only thing that I didn't know at the time, wasn't, looking for all the details and stuff. But one of the things that I noticed after the fact when we got to the hotel room is, hey, what exactly was this event? Like, why was there a Formula One car there? It was on the podium. And so I was just, kind of looking back at the footage. And one of the things that we first noticed was the number on the car, number 1. If you're into Formula One, I'm not like crazy into it, but the world champion gets to put their number 1 onto the car. And then I was like, oh, hold on a second. What car did we actually get into here? And it turned out to be Max Verstappen's RB19, which won, the car won 21 races. It was one of the most iconic Formula One cars ever made. 30 podiums, 15 poles, 860 points between two of them, I believe. And I sat in this crazy, $18 million car or whatever, thinking that it was just a display model. It was just there for showing things to people, and it was really a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We didn't even know, this is coming full circle, is because this was the car that I gave. This was the gift that we attached the tickets to, and it turned out just to be the actual car that I had hopped into. So it was a crazy full circle moment, and it was definitely a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Because if you really think about it, this was a historic car. Like, it won a ton of races. Max just completely obliterated everyone in that season. And I got to sit in that. And yeah, so I don't know the legalities of what I just said. This may or may not have happened. I don't know. Contact my lawyer. But that was me sitting in a Formula One car. And all because I thought it was a fun gift to give my brother a ticket to the. Funnily enough, the race that we went to, Max didn't win. It was Lando Norris's first win, which is pretty cool getting to see him. And this season, 2024, he's doing awesome as well. So it was kind of good memories. We also went to a bunch of different. We went to a restaurant up on a high rise to kind of get a nice view. It was super hot. We were trying to get out of the sun, so we went up there, and it was really nice. But then after that, we were kind of like, hey, we want to see more of the city, and so we actually ended up going to some office buildings, and really just trying to get as high as we could. So we went into this building, and it said it had a coffee shop at the top, and we're like, all right, how can we get there? We get into the elevator, and there's only 10 floors, and it was like a high rise with 100 floors. And so we get in there, we're like, all right, hit 10. We get to 10, there's a security guard, and he's like, oh, we're looking for the coffee shop. Oh, it's actually just around the corner. We walk to the coffee shop, and as we're walking, we walk past these elevators, which we assumed that went to the rest of the building, but this guy was standing in front of the elevators, not letting anyone in, so we were just like, oh, okay. We ended up buying some water. In the meantime, as I'm checking out, someone walks out of the elevator and goes, on their way, and the security guard is just kind of walking them to open the elevators we had just come out of. And so us being, the Romanians we are, took the opportunity because the elevator was still open and just booked it into the elevator and just started hitting buttons towards the top of the building. And so we ended up getting pretty high up there, but a lot of them required key cards to like hit the buttons, so we just kind of hit random buttons. And so we found one that didn't require a key card. It must have been like, I don't know, the 60th floor. We went up, it was just a bunch of offices and people were working there. We popped our head out and someone was like, oh, hi. And we were just like, oh, wrong floor. Boom, down. And then one of the floors was actually kind of a floor that was being built. So we were able to just kind of go in there, get some pictures and see what the world looked like from there. I made an Instagram story. I don't have a picture of it here, but it was just kind of a selfie. Like, oh, look, my new office in Miami. I'm gonna move here. It's just a funny little moment. And then we also, I took my drone out and I was flying it down Main Street or on, I forget what it was. This must be like Miami Beach, the Miami Beach area. And I was just, having fun, getting some cool drone footage from that and so forth. I have so much footage that's not on my phone or on my iPad that, I wish I could show you guys, but it is what it is. So basically after Miami, I was going to Baptist, California. The only hiccup along the way was I got to the airport. The flight said it was delayed, so we waited. I think it was like a 4-hour delay. Sitting in the airport, just like completely out of it, waiting. And then the next thing we know is after waiting for such a long time, it kept getting delayed. And then we got the news that we couldn't find a pilot, so we have to reschedule the flight. So they sent everybody home. It was there's just a bunch of people waiting to get their refunds from Spirit, classic. It was the only one really horrible experience that I've had with Spirit, but it is what it is. And then went to Baptist, California. Again, super awesome time. Shout out to Colleen for having me out there. I basically went out to fly drone, and the plan was to use it for the live stream, but kind of some things changed around that, being like a logistical issue. So I ended up just recording video. We were able to get the feed on to the live stream and it looked amazing, but there was some liability stuff that we hadn't really taken into account. And so we didn't end up doing that, but it was a super awesome event. I also used a ton of footage from the event itself to kind of prepare a trailer for Baptize America, which got shown during the event. So this was the production trailer that we had over there. The production with Lad. I was just kind of there helping them out. So this was, I believe David was switching over here. Then we had CG, which was Pro Presenter, running over here. I forget exactly what was going on in this area. My station was just off of this picture back here somewhere. And then we had broadcast mix over here on the left with David, and then this was kind of the Cam Riggs station over here, it was a super cool production. This was just when I was starting to get into the broadcast world. So yeah, this is I guess the second monitor was live stream broadcast computer right there for monitoring, and then this was switching all the way at the end over here. Very cool. And obviously you had to see some of the buddies backstage. Josh Brent, awesome guy. He leads the band Riders, him and his brother, amazing guys. Josh was actually my house leader during Circuit Riders, so we kind of lived in the house together, and he's just super cool, down-to-earth, chill guy, and yeah, he was an awesome house leader. So, and then some shots from the sunset, which was super cool. So this was my workstation, burrito, drone, laptop for editing, and so forth. What's this video? Oh yeah, this is a cool little...
I gotta figure that out.
This was me kind of capturing some footage for B-roll. I think Paul took these pictures of me. Must probably posted these on Instagram. And then this was me watching the video that I made finished during that day, and they played it during that night, which is super cool.
1970s, 4,200 people nearly baptized in a 6-hour window.
Getting to see your work played on a giant LED wall in the middle of a beach with hundreds of people watching it was just really, really awesome. And then especially if it was something that got done during the event itself. So that was fun. And then obviously classic TK Burger on Huntington Beach. It's the spot. That's all I have to say. And then these are some color grading was a little whack, but these are some drone shots from the event. This was super cool with the birds. And then it actually happened to be, Bethel was playing, which is a pretty renowned worship team, and I was able to get some cool shots during the dusk time and kind of going over the crowd with the little drone. The only thing is that sensor is so tiny it clips very quickly, but this just looks insane. And then they actually, I believe they reposted some of these videos onto their main Instagram, which was super cool, having my work featured on that. Yeah, and then basically right after that, I went up north with the family and kind of just hung out. Just my dog. Small issue. I wasn't able to finish the rest of the video, and it was just literally getting to the best part. The autofocus on the red, as you may know, is not the greatest, and I don't have someone sitting behind the camera pulling focus, so the rest of the video turned out very bad. So I have to reshoot it. I just don't have time to do that. So if you want to see, honestly, the better half of the year, because after May, what we just watched in June, I started going full-time into the Visionary Designs, my production company, and we started creating high-quality visuals for visionary entrepreneurs. So our goal is to help visionary entrepreneurs build their brands through captivating cinematography and visual storytelling. And things really picked up really quickly in June. We got the first client on retainer, did a couple music videos, and just did some really awesome stuff that I would love to share with you guys. I just, don't know if this format really works. So if you enjoyed the first half of the year, which in my opinion was kind of the lamer half of the year, then you're going to really enjoy the second half of the year. But I need to know if it's worth making those videos. So leave a comment, leave a like, and we'll kind of see how things go. But honestly, I might still make a video for the last half of the year just for myself, because I really enjoyed looking through my camera roll and kind of seeing, oh wow, there's a lot of fun and cool projects that I worked on and that I've kind of forgotten about just because I've been so busy. So it's kind of a good way for me to remember, and also maybe inspire some of you guys to go out and chase your dreams and do what you love.